The Melanated Morning Show with DJ Kid Disco and co-host Cinda Williams.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
We're going to be back in. What we going to be back in?
3.5 minutes.
Yeah, 3.5.
3.5 minutes. We'll see you 90 seconds.
That part.
WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready?
Yeah. How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Listen. You only think you know Cinda Williams, co-host of the PPC radio show and the Melanated Morning Show. You've seen her in films with some of the GOATs. You may have even heard her sing her way to the top. You don't have to judge the book by its cover. You can get the book and read it cover to cover. I'm talking about Pink Panty Confessions by Cinda Williams, available in paperback and digital format in all good bookstores. I would probably look in Amazon.
Pink Panty Confessions, the book.
Hey everybody, it is Shelly Shell Williams, host of Single on a Saturday Night. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Single on a Saturday Night TV. That's at Single on a Saturday Night TV. Follow us on Instagram and we'll follow back.
For the health and safety of our guests and team members, we're here for you. That means frequently deep cleaning our stores and wiping down carts and baskets after each use, reserving dedicated shopping hours for our most vulnerable guests, providing masks and gloves to our team members, and offering contactless shopping options through the Target app, like Drive Up and same-day delivery. We are here for you now more than ever, and your health and safety is our highest priority. Learn more at target.com/a bullseye-view.
New Dunkin' Refreshers. Vibrant fruit flavors like strawberry, dragon fruit, and peach passion fruit. B vitamins and energy from green tea. All under 200 calories. Order ahead via the Dunkin' app for a contactless way to order, pay, and pick up in the drive-thru. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Amazon is hiring near you. Earn a competitive wage and start as soon as 7 days. No resume or experience required. Health and safety are a top priority with all of Amazon's roles and sites. Amazon is taking precautions in their buildings to keep people healthy. Go to amazon.com/apply. That's amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey everybody, it's Shelly Shell Williams, Philly's Oprah, executive producer of Urban Expressions, Single on a Saturday Night, but I am a business, social media, and media coach. And if you're looking to show up on social media with a purpose, I have a course for you. Have you been struggling as an entrepreneur, trying to figure out how to get people to engage, how to get people to buy, how to get people just to see you on social media? I have just a course for you. Please go to ShellyShellWilliams.com to find out more.
WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready?
Yeah. How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
Yo, what's good? This is Tracy Lee, and you already know I gets down with the Get Down, man. Grown Folks Radio all day.
Hi, everybody. This is Cinda Williams, and I am the co-host of the Melanated Morning Show and the host of the PPC Radio Show. And you are listening to Grown Folks Radio. Radio.
Let me clear my throat. I am the legendary DJ Cool, and if I were you, I would keep my joint locked to Grown Folks Radio.com. They keeping you up on the latest everything out here. Don't forget the name, GrownFolksRadio.com.
It's the Melanated Morning Show with DJ Kid Disco and co-host Cinda Williams.
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
We're back.
We are back.
So, first of all, to all those who don't know, happy Juneteenth. Well, upcoming Juneteenth.
Juneteenth arriveth on Saturday.
And if y'all don't know what Juneteenth means or what it is, shame on you.
No shame on you. No shame on you.
No shame?
People are just learning about this now. I just learned about it 2 years ago. I don't feel any shame for that. They're very consciously keeping us in the dark about these things. And it was a Texas thing that has spread. And I'm thankful for that.
You got
so Juneteenth, if you don't know, it's the day that in the final slaves in Texas, the people in Texas, the masters knew that slavery was over, but they kept their slaves working for 2 more years. And on June 19th, I can't remember the exact year, they came.
That would be 1867.
Stop what you're doing. If y'all want to keep working they have to pay you now, is basically what the conversation is, but you're no longer a slave and you can stay here and work if you get paid. If not, go live your life. And that is the true end of slavery all over this country. And we are now celebrating that. The 4th of July is about the independence from Britain, but it didn't give us our freedom. That came later. So if you want to celebrate the independence of Britain, that's cool and it's fun, and I do the fireworks with everybody else. But the true holiday for our independence is Juneteenth, if you're a person of color.
And they finally decided to acknowledge it. The bill was passed yesterday.
Yeah, there was 14 Republicans that voted against it. I have an article about that. I'm curious to see what their reason for that was, besides just plain old in-your-face racism. But we talked about this yesterday. Yes, they made Juneteenth a holiday. Fabulous. That's a step. But how about they stop taking our history out of colleges in these Republican states? How's that?
Which is what they're doing. Hey, Rashonda.
Rashonda, hi, beautiful. Although I don't know what you look like, I'm just assuming by your name and your voice. I've heard her voice. So I'm assuming that she's beautiful.
Who, Rashonda?
Yeah.
Rashonda is beautiful, but she a little thing. She's like a grown-ass woman in her 30s. I think she's in her 30s, I believe.
Oh, you're young.
But she's like Sophia's size. No, she's smaller than Sophia.
Sophia's not. I mean, she's thin, but she's got a lot of muscle. She's shaped like her mama.
Well, Rashonda is tiny. She's about yay big.
I used to always be envious of petite women. I always wanted to be petite, but I am so far from that.
No, she's silent. She's and short. She's short as hell. So that makes it, So, people are talking about having cookouts and stuff like that, celebrating Juneteenth as if they were celebrating Independence Day.
So Juneteenth is huge this year. Why? Because it falls on so many important things. For me, this is my mother's memorial we're doing on Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth. It's Father's Day weekend. We've had a whole lot of graduations in my family this year. We've had college graduations. We've had high school graduations and beyond. So it's going to be a great big, I'm so excited. My brothers are going all out. We're doing lobster, fancy steaks, chicken, and all the goodies that go with it. It's gonna be a feast.
Damn,
and a
I need
real
to grab a plane ticket or something.
It's gonna be fun. The only thing that we're dealing with right now is the vaccine stuff, because one of my sisters is due to have a baby in July, and my other sister has had her twins, and they're concerned about people that haven't been vaccinated around the babies, the new babies and pregnant lady.
So basically, how are you guys handling it? If you're not vaccinated, you can't come.
No, I think what we've asked, I don't know how it's going to go over, because some of us are very anti-vax, and so and anti-mask. But my brother is asking that those that have not been vaccinated walking through his house to wear
Put
a
a mask on.
To wear a mask. That's where I think Sadika, hopefully God willing, is going to keep the babies. She's going to keep the brand new babies in the house. And everybody else will be outside, which is where the party really is anyway, outside. So we're just asking, if you have not been vaccinated, to wear a mask while walking through the house. Or just walk around the house and go to the back, and you don't have to have one. But if you got to use the bathroom, you need to have a mask with you. So that is the only little bit of a tension that's happening, because some of my family, they are hugely anti-vax, and we have no disrespect for them, but we want to be safe. We want to be safe, especially for our little ones. So I hope that our family who's coming that's anti-vax, that they will respect that. I know William Lee is coming, and he has not been vaccinated yet, and still not really sure about that. But he is a mask wearer, and he respects other people. And his daughters are coming in the same. One of his daughters is allergic to vaccines. She can't get them. They almost killed her when she got vaccines as a baby. So she can't take back the vaccine.
Wow.
Although I have a feeling that this vaccine is different because of the way they made it. It's a completely different thing, but they don't want to take a chance, and I don't blame them. So they'll have their masks.
Yeah, I can't blame nobody for not wanting to get the vaccine, but you still got to respect and wear a mask. You know?
Yeah, just in case, you know? It's just respect for other people's beliefs. Just like we respect you for yours, you know? You should respect us for ours.
But you'd be surprised, because like yesterday, I ordered a cheesesteak, and you know, I always order lunch on Wednesdays in between the two shows. And I was like, wow, you know, the guy comes and the way they do it around here, you know, a lot of places, because of all the stuff that's going on, they'll call you first to let you know that they're, you know, pulling up or whatever. And you know, he calls. I go to the door. Now I got my mask on. No mask. I'm like, damn, that's like. And
well, some people are just like, you know, like here in Indiana, people were really good for the most part. Even those that didn't believe in it, they were pretty good about respecting the rules.
Right.
But they also are like, done. The masks are gone. I mean, you'll see a few people here and there with them on. But I keep my masks with me just in case, because I have a feeling a good deal of those folks are not vaccinated. And the thing is, someone that is vaccinated could have it, because they're not 100%. You know, it's not 100% efficacy. So somebody could have it and not know they have it, that have been vaccinated, and give it to someone else.
Who's
and
not vaccinated?
I know that in Britain, I know Baz was talking about this yesterday. There's a lot of protests about them putting the restrictions back up. But they have that Indian variant now, and it's killing people that are not vaccinated. And like the numbers have dropped tremendously in this country, but those variants are getting to people that haven't been vaccinated. And I love people. I really do. I really love people. So I'm going to wear my mask because I could have it and don't even know. Even, that 13%, I could have it and not know it, even though I've been vaccinated. So I don't want to.
My other issue is with the story I was just telling you is that as a delivery person, I find, maybe I'm just being anal, but I just find that kind of taking a chance, first of all. Second of all, even if you do have the, and to come to somebody's house and knock on the door and not have a mask on, I'm like, I just,
But it's not the rules anymore. Those rules have been lifted. They don't have to, unless the company requires it.
True.
They don't have to wear a mask anymore.
True.
So, it might be kind of you to do that, but you don't have to do that. So I know personally, it is a sacrifice for me to wear masks. I hate them. It's a sacrifice. I did it all the time and I still do it, but I don't like them because I can't breathe. I have asthma and I don't like a restriction of my breathing. I can't stand it, but it's worth the sacrifice to me because I care about people, I care about others. And so it's just depends on who you are. Everybody's free to be them. Do what you got to do. God bless you. Because ultimately, all of this is an illusion anyway. What's real, what's really, really real, ain't no vaccines, ain't no viruses, ain't no none of that. So if you choose to put yourself in danger and pass away, that's okay. You'll be in a great place.
So today is Thursday. That's the day that we have decided that we're going to talk about absolute nothing. That means a whole lot of something. Now people are like, what the hell does that mean? In other words,
it's free consciousness, a stream of consciousness. We talk about things as they come up. We don't have specific topics like we do on Wednesday. Wednesday we have very specific topics. This is like two friends talking and hopefully multiple friends talking because you guys join in. Now, are we doing the phone thing? Is that working again?
The company that I have been dealing with has not released my money yet, and I am going. It's a back and forth situation, and I'm getting ready to put them out there.
That's TMI. We don't need to know about your.
Okay,
but that's
I was going to put them out there.
Okay.
I was going to put them out there because they don't do good business.
Well, that's your choice to do. If you want to do
Nope,
that.
I'm not.
I like keeping stuff here because I want sponsors one day. And
I'm quiet. I'm not going to say nothing.
Do your girl. Do you?
I ain't going to say nothing.
Okay. You know what I've been doing? Speaking of stream of consciousness, I have been very slowly. I have three of my own pages on Facebook. And since Messenger began, I have never deleted any inbox except for dick pics. I don't think those.
I saw your video where you was apologizing that you realized.
Yeah, because there are so many things that I miss because so many messages come in that they get lost. And so I don't even know. So I can see there's a number there that I have some messages somewhere, but I miss so many. And I mean, I was like returning messages from 2 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, because they get lost because a lot of folks reach out. God bless you. Thank you. Keep on doing it.
But it happens though. That happened.
But I have been going through and deleting messages. I'm still on, I don't even know which page this is. I think it's the Cinder Will page. I'm now down to September 9th, 2013. I'm there now.
Right, Rashonda, that's where I'm at. I'm going to continue wearing my mask too. Hey, Antoinette, how you been? Okay. Here's one of my pet peeves as far as Messenger goes.
All right.
Or I won't even say Messenger. No, Messenger. It doesn't bother me with Messenger. I don't mind it with Messenger. What I have a problem with is if as far as social media goes.
Please.
What?
Last message on Cinderwell, August 29th, 2012, from Chet Walker. Goodbye. It's over. Yay! Cinderwell is emptied out.
So stupid. She actually said they did the Cabbage Patch, yo.
It's over. Yay!
The hell is wrong with you?
You hear me days to do. Days. Whenever I'm sitting around, I start deleting. Now I got to go to Cinder Williams, which is much longer because I haven't had that much longer. I've had it. 2012. Amen. Hallelujah.
So what I was going to say, people tag you. I mean, people send you a friend request, right? And then the very next day they're tagging you in some stuff. Wait, but freeze. I don't know you. We've never done business together. We've never talked together. And the problem with that is when people tag you, it floods up your page. I learned this from Miss Hay, everybody. Don't let people tag you all the time on your Facebook page because that clogs up your page. So people go to your page to find your stuff, but they see all this other stuff, and the attention span on social media, as y'all know, is like that big. So if we never, like you and I, of course, but if we ain't never talked, we ain't never broke bread, nothing, and you just tagging me nah, we not doing that. Don't do that. And like I said, it clogs your Facebook art. She is really going through something over there.
I'm sorry. Real time stuff. Oh my gosh. Real time stuff. Good stuff. I'll talk to you about it. Good stuff.
Oh. We have to have a discussion when we get off the air. Because I know you. I don't know you like a book. I know you like a TV guy, but I don't know you like a book.
Guys, I am so emotional. Sorry.
If that makes any sense, what I said.
Golly.
Did you hear what I said?
Say it again.
So I know we're going to have a in detailed discussion when we get off the air. But I said, I know you like a, you know how you say, I know you like a book? I'm like, well, I don't know you like a book, but I know you like a TV guy. Because it's thinner, but you know.
You do know me like a TV guy, but I think you and I promise you, I'm not going to lie. The first time when we did Sing on a Saturday Night, when we did that.
You thought I was an asshole. Go ahead and say it.
Exactly. I really did. I did. I thought you were an ass. And a lot of people still do, honestly. I was talking to somebody yesterday that was like, no, they weren't really concerned about you being a jerk. They were concerned about you cursing. And they were concerned. And they said you're so much better than you used to be. And they said that you talk so slow. And I was like, that's only when he's high, guys. That's I said, listen in. I said, he he is so funny. You don't know what you're missing. I was like, I had your back like 100 yesterday. I was your cheerleader yesterday. Anyway, what I'm saying is, you know, when you meet certain people in life and it's just, you click. You just click. It's like you know them. And you're a Libra, aren't you?
Mm-mm.
Scorpio? Sorry, Scorpio.
No.
What's your thing, Sag?
Sagittarius, girly.
Sagittarius. It's all around the same time. I don't know that many Sagittarius. I do know that they can be assholes, though. But I love them all. I have a lot of family members that are Sagittarius. And they just are quirky. They're interesting, they're quirky, but they are loving, nurturing people. But anyway, the first time I heard you on Sing on a Saturday Night, you were so, what's the word? Feisty?
Combative.
Combative. That is the good.
Because I always get that. I've been getting that my whole life.
Vocabulary. You were very combative. You didn't agree with anything anybody was saying. And this was the first part of the show was all on me, right? So we were just talking about me, and you asked really great questions. You were very smart and very wise in your questions. I was like, oh, this dude is smart. He asking good questions. But then the second half, when we went into the Single on the Saturday Night portion, you got attitude galore. You was tripping, okay? And so when you said to me at the end of the show, can you come on my show? I was shocked because I was like, of all those people that were on that call, and there was a lot of us, it was a big panel. I did not expect that from you because I didn't think you liked me.
I didn't think you liked me.
And but I was agreeing with you. That's what's crazy. I was agreeing with what your point was on the show. I think I was.
But if you remember, you understood the point that I was trying to make. I wasn't trying to judge anybody. All I was clearly saying is, for those of y'all that wonder what we was talking about, we was talking about basically people cheating on, or if you're getting ready to get divorced or leave somebody, do you start in a relationship before? My basic standpoint was, no, clean your shit up first.
Exactly. And I totally agree with that.
But people were saying, well, you don't know everybody's circumstances. Man, I ain't trying to hear that bullshit. Why are you even looking? Get your backyard straight before you go to the next backyard. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all, don't pull nobody else in your bullshit when you ain't got your situation together first. That's all I was saying. But it did get kind of heated. But it's funny because I remember I thought the same thing. And I told you that.
Well, that's because you're sensitive. It's not because of any way I was being. You just assumed because you were being a jerk that I wouldn't like you. And that's not the truth. I mean, I grew up with jerks. I love jerks. My dad was numero uno. My grandfather was not nice all the time. And I love him so much. What?
Did you just secretly call me a jerk? Because you said I love jerks.
I have never been secretive about the fact that I think you can be a jerk. I've been very honest and upfront about that.
That's true. That's true. But for the record, y'all, ever since then, I mean, we're kind of virtually joined at the hip, believe it or not. It's like I remember that within that first month, and we would have some really deep discussions. And I'm like, wow.
The thing about it is, like, I have my brothers. I love my brothers so much. Especially Hassan. Hassan and I are like this. Because we were first. We were the old heads. I had one cousin older than me, but he just always didn't want the responsibility of being the oldest. Love him to death, and I can totally get with that because this is no joke being the oldest. So Hassan kind of like took the male leadership role in our generation, and I was the female leadership role in our generation, and we were just first. So, and when he was born, it was bad. It was really horrible in our household, and I had to protect him. I had to take care of him. I mean, I was 2 years old changing diapers. I took care of my brother. I loved my brother. I love all my siblings. I love all of them. All my cousins. Love them, protect them. But Hassan was special because he was the first. And we are very close. But we have a lot of history, a lot of baggage, a lot of things that happen. You're my little brother, but we have no baggage at all. So it's very easy to be your friend. It's very easy to vent. It's very easy to be, and there's no, for all of you people that want to insinuate, he's my brother. He's my brother. That's it. Okay.
And
it ain't never gonna be nothing that other stuff. That would be nasty because I feel like he's my brother.
I can't even watch your movies.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate you for that. Don't.
I can't. I used to watch them, but now I can't. Especially Moved by the Blue. I can't watch that.
I can't watch that. I think my brothers watched it once when they were with me at the premiere, when we all watched it together for the first time. My mother, my father, my two brothers, and my boyfriend at the time watched that mess together. And it was a great movie, I guess. But I couldn't get past the titties. Excuse me, I couldn't get past them. Can you imagine, ladies? Okay. You've seen yourself in the mirror, maybe. Okay, so you know what you look like. You are sitting in a theater with a screen the size of a building. And you're sitting between your parents. And you grew up in a church where sex is like a no unless you are married. And you see yourself, boom, 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 boom. And now I make back in those days, I was teeny tiny compared to now, okay? But on that screen, it looked like 2 watermelon jugs. I mean, it was huge. It's so embarrassing. And then there's another movie, OMG. That made Mo better, like, oh, it's just a sweet little kindergarten movie. Another movie I did, well, Caught Up was bad. Caught Up was crazy bad. It was way worse to see than it really was. Let's get that clear. It was way worse to see than it was. It wasn't bad to do it because we were protected. We had stuff on that protected us, right? But there's this movie I did that someone brought up recently called Wet. It's a short film that I did. It's a comedy. It's a sexy comedy that I did with this guy. What's his name? I can't remember the name of Arliss Howard. Arliss Howard is his name. You have seen him in a bunch of movies. Very great character actor, about 5'5", maybe, teeny tiny man standing next to me. And in this movie, what it's about, in short, is I'm a con artist. I am trying to furnish my new place with my friend. So I am going from place to place, putting men in very awkward positions so I can get free stuff. And in it, I want this jacuzzi.
And they called it Wet?
Call it. I want a jacuzzi. I want this jacuzzi, right? So long story short, I show up at the place when it's about to close, convince this man to let me try out the jacuzzi because I'm like, I can't know what it's like without experiencing it. And so basically I get in the tub and get all good and naked and get him in there with me. And then my roommate is shooting the whole movie. She's shooting it, but there's a point where he closed the blinds. I can't have him close the blinds because then I can't get the evidence I need so I can get it for free.
Oh, so, wow. So you setting, wow.
So there's bubbles, like all this fuzzy bubbles, right? So I get out of the jacuzzi. While he goes away, I get out of the jacuzzi right quick with a towel in front of me. And I'm like, I put the towel under my feet so I don't show any evidence of having gotten out. And I scoop over to the blinds. And so I'm nude. So you see the back of me, jiggle, 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 jiggle. So embarrassing.
I don't want to see that movie. Listen, can you read what Simpson said real quick before we go to break? Because she wrote a whole paragraph. Hi, Simpson.
Hi, Simpson. Let me see what she says. I gotta find it because I was on Messenger, not Facebook. So let's see what she said. Okay. That's not it. Simpson said, I hear you. I'm the oldest. That role can be a little hard due to see everything and everybody. Due to we see everything and everybody. Yes, we do.
See, I wouldn't know. I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
It shows, doesn't it?
I mean, there are definitely pros and cons to it.
It shows that
the pros are you get to learn how to do everything because you become the surrogate parent when your parents are working like mine were. Both my parents, my father worked 3 jobs at a time. My mother worked 1, and she had her, polio and all that kind of stuff happen to her body, so she couldn't do everything. So I had to do everything. I had to help. I had to be there. So I learned how to do all that stuff. Well, Hassan learned how to do quite a bit too. But most of my siblings did not learn any of that because by the time they came around, I was doing it all. Hassan was doing it all. And then when I left, when Sadiq and Monica came around, my mom was not doing well emotionally or physically. And so she was in the bed and nothing got done and she didn't teach them anything. And I learned a lot from my great-grandmother and my great-aunt who worked. They were well-to-do at the time. They were very, on my grandmother's side, the Paris side, they were very well-to-do because they were maids. And they worked in buildings and they cleaned buildings and I would go with them every summer. And so I learned how to really clean. And so that's the pros. The cons are I got whoopings all the time for other people's behavior. I had a lot of responsibility that way too soon. I grew up way too soon. And those were hard, but even the cons made me who I am today. So I have no excuses. I have no sadness about any of it. So,
yeah. Real quick, and then we're going to go to break. I can't speak on it because it was kind of different with us because it was just me and my sister. And my mom was the type that, first of all, she was supposed to take care of me, which she didn't, but she was supposed to. But she taught us stuff at the same time. So we had chores at the same time. We were watching. My mom was the type, God rest her soul, but once we got a certain age, let me just keep real. My mom didn't do shit. She ain't washing no dishes because that's what y'all for. And we were like, back in them days, there was no just mopping the floor. We had the old tile, linoleum tile, and you had to actually get on your hands and knees with a scrub brush and scrub them floors, wipe the baseboards down, And once we got to the age where we could do it ourselves, my mom wasn't doing that on Saturday mornings. No, that's your job.
It was always a fun time. Saturdays were my favorite day of the week. One, I didn't have a church as much. Saturday was the one day it was kind of a break. Every other day I was at church. But that was the day to clean. And it was a family affair when I was young, when my brothers and I were young. It was a family affair. Everybody had their chore and we would turn on the turntable, turn the music on high, and listen to Johnny Mathis. Yeah, you say Johnny Mathis. Yes, we love Johnny Mathis, Earth, Wind and Fire, Elton John. Who else?
I remember the podcast when you talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just,
that was a fun podcast to do because I got to throw some oldies in there. And see, especially with me on Saturdays, I wanted to hurry up and get because we couldn't do nothing until we got our chores done. So I wanted her to get that done because I always had the same. Once I became a teenager, it was the same routine. Every Saturday, you had to go to the record store. I had to. Got to get the latest stuff. That's what I meant. Okay, we're going to take a break real quick because we're kind of past.
Okay, let's do that. We'll wait
Yeah,
past.
we'll go past. And I got some personal stuff to do.
Plus, I want to talk about what you were talking about the online stuff.
You do want to talk about, okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about clickbait and people just straight out lying or, just making up stuff, Republican type of stuff. So we'll be back. This is the Melanated Morning Show, and I forget who I am, but girlie over there, that's Cinda Williams, my big sister. Even though she's only 3 months older than me. But anyway, we'll be back 2 and 2.
It's the Melanated Morning Show with DJ Kid Disco and co-host Cinda Williams. WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready? Yeah.
How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Listen. You only think you know Cinda Williams, co-host of the PPC radio show and the Melanated Morning Show. You've seen her in films with some of the GOATs. You may have even heard her sing her way to the top. You don't have to judge the book by its cover. You can get the book and read it cover to cover. I'm talking about Pink Panty Confessions by Cinda Williams, available in paperback and digital format in all good bookstores. I would probably look in Amazon.
Pink Panty Confessions, the book.
Hey everybody, it is Shelly Shell Williams, host of Single on a Saturday Night. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Single on a Saturday Night TV. That's at Single on a Saturday Night TV. Follow us on Instagram and we'll follow back.
For the health and safety of our guests and team members, we're here for you. That means frequently deep cleaning our stores and wiping down carts and baskets after each use, reserving dedicated hours for our most vulnerable guests, providing masks and gloves to our team members, and offering contactless shopping options through the Target app, like Drive Up and same-day delivery. We are here for you now more than ever, and your health and safety is our highest priority. Learn more at target.com/a bullseye-view.
New Dunkin' Refreshers. Vibrant fruit flavors like strawberry, dragon fruit, and peach passion fruit. B vitamins and energy from green tea. All under 200 calories. Order ahead via the Dunkin' app for a contactless way to order, pay, and pick up in the drive-thru. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Amazon is hiring near you. Earn a competitive wage and start as soon as 7 days. No resume or experience required. Health and safety are a top priority with all of Amazon's roles and sites. Amazon is taking precautions in their buildings to keep people healthy. Go to amazon.com/apply. That's amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey everybody, it's Shelly Shell Williams, Philly's Oprah, executive producer of Urban Expressions, Single on a Saturday Night. But I am a business, social media, and media coach. And if you're looking to show up on social media with a purpose, I have a course for you. Have you been struggling as an entrepreneur, trying to figure out how to get people to engage, how to get people to buy, how to get people just to see you on social media? I have just a course for you. Please go to ShellyShellWilliams.com to find out more.
WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready? Yeah.
How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
Yo, what's good? This is Tracy Lee, and you already know I gets down with the get down, man. Grown Folks Radio all day.
Hi, everybody. This is Cinda Williams, and I am the co-host of the Melanated Morning Show and the host of the PPC Radio Show. And you are listening to Grown Folks Radio. Radio.
Clear my throat. I am the legendary DJ Cool, and if I were you, I would keep my joint locked to GrownFolksRadio.com. They keeping you up on the latest everything out here. Don't forget the name, GrownFolksRadio.com.
Okay, so we're back, and y'all wondering why do I have this big screen? And we have I don't know who that girlie is right there in that picture.
Shoot, a little skinny thing. Nano titty.
I want to take.
That size now, though.
I want to take 3 minutes of y'all time, and I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't want to give this guy but so much. And what we're talking about is clickbait, or just straight out, just saying all kind of outlandish shit, just to get, get your point across. Or I mean, just to get people to, check out your agenda, or whatever. So I happened to be on YouTube last night, and I was, and I was like, all of a sudden, it came out of nowhere, and it's, the name of the thing was, "Do you remember Cinda Williams?" I'm like, oh, let's see what this is about. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this dude is just giving his opinion about shit. He don't know what he's talking about. So y'all check this out.
1966 in Chicago, Illinois. Her first big acting role was in Mo Better Blues in 1990, where she plays the mistress of Denzel Washington.
Let me stop you right there. How you gonna play a mistress if he wasn't married in that?
Exactly.
Dumb shit.
Stupid. Next.
Chemistry between her and Denzel Washington was great, and I think that's what made this movie so great. She got rave reviews for her performance in Mo Better Blues, and she also showed her vocal skills. She sung a number of songs during the movie. She has an amazing singing voice. When I first saw the movie, I thought she was lip singing, but she's actually singing with her real voice. Sony Records offered her a record deal and she recorded an album, but negotiations about her album caused the album to never be released. Her second big acting role came in 1992 when she played in One False Move. One False Move was directed by Carl Franklin, and this movie received rave reviews. It was looked at as one of the top 20 greatest movies of the 90s. And her and Billy Bob Thornton got involved during the production of the movie. They actually got married while they were filming the movie. They were only married for 1 year. I guess their relationship flamed out. I don't believe she ever loved Billy Bob Thornton. I think she just married him to better her career. And
how the hell would you know?
First of all, he didn't have a career yet. Okay. I paid for our lives. Okay. I helped him. I paid off his back child support. I paid his taxes, back taxes. I took care of dude. He was not happy at the time. And you are absolutely right. I didn't have feelings for him, except for I thought he was a great man with great potential and a genius. And I had been told and raised in a church that if you're going to be with somebody and have sexual relationships with them, then you marry him. And that's why I married him. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of actresses have done this in the history of Hollywood, where they will marry a man just to better their career and so they can get bigger roles. But it never worked out for her because they were only married for.
Wait a minute, let me rewind that because he really talking a lot of shit. Like he
making shit up.
Yeah, like he know you. So, y'all, I aired this dude out. I really did because that pissed me off. You don't know what you talk about.
Better their career and so they can get bigger roles.
Wait a minute,
him to better her career. And a lot of actresses have done this in the history of Hollywood, where they will marry a man just to better their career and so they can get bigger roles. But it never worked.
What an imbecile.
They were only married for 1 year. In 1997, she played in the movie Caught Up. This movie stars Bokeem Woodbine, and she plays his love interest in the movie. Now, this is her last big role in a big budget movie that was released in theaters. After this role, most of her roles after this just were independent roles, straight to DVD movies and roles like that. Over the last 20 years, she's done a number of plays on Broadway, and she's also got back to recording music and performing in concerts. Today, she's 53 years old, and I think she looks great for a woman that's 53 years old. She's been married for the last 18.
For the record, he said that, women did not like that at all. Talking about, what do you mean 453? You know, fuck you. You know, excuse me, who are you talking about?
And I guess this is a 2-year-old thing. He did this 2 years ago because he said I was 53 at the time. And I'm happily married. He definitely didn't know me. At that point, 2 years ago, I think we were
this
fine.
wasn't,
Huh?
this wasn't 2 years ago. He just don't know what he's talking about.
Oh. But at the beginning, he said the year I was born.
Yeah, but he's still.
2 years ago, I was still married to Rod, although we hadn't been together since 2012.
Right, Monica. This dude really think he know you. That's why I aired him out. Like, you don't know her, dude. That's my coach. We talk.
He's right about the independent film thing, though, because of a lot of stuff that he has no idea about.
But that's all he was. Well, it gets better. Wait a minute, it gets better. Come on.
3 years old. She's been married for the last 18 years to the ex-football player Roderick Plummer.
Look at how young Sophia is in this picture.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
She
dude.
has a daughter. This is a picture of her daughter right here. And I'm glad to see that she's doing good and she's alive and well. A lot of people have different opinions about this topic. Leave a comment, rate, and subscribe.
Really?
I am all for people finding a way to be relevant, talk about other people. That's cool. That's a job. That's a history.
But do your research first.
You've got to do your due diligence. You've got to research. You can't make up stuff about people based on what you perceive. If you're gonna do something like this, take the time to research. Reach out to me. I'll give you an interview. I'm real easy. I'm very comfortable with doing interviews. I do them all the time. And you want to know who I am? Reach out, or at least do a little research. There's about 50 million interviews out there that is available to read the truth from my mouth, although sometimes people even mess that up because sometimes they want to cut and paste what you say.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, people that interview me don't do that. They did it early in my career. They did it a lot.
For the record, y'all, those of y'all that don't know me, well, everybody know me. That's why they wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know me. I don't mean everybody knows. You know what I mean. But for the record, I aired boy out this morning because I'm looking at him like, hey, dude, I know why she married Billy Bob. So you're off point with that. I know she's not married.
And even more than that, people, I think we talked about this yesterday too, a little bit. Everybody forgets that in the 90s, in the early 90s, none of these people were stars.
Right. Nobody had heard of Billy Bob.
Nobody knew Billy Bob yet.
That's true.
Except for people in LA that was supporting his career, his stage career, because he would go on stage and he was very, very talented. Best writer, one of the best
Well,
writers.
he wasn't known like that.
But nobody knew who he was yet. It wasn't until way after this. That movie that made him a star, that started him out and got him an Academy Award, Sling Blade, I helped him write it. People don't know that. They don't know that. He was dyslexic or is dyslexic. So it was painful for him to write, right? And I'm a writer too. So the short film that came out first, I helped him write that. He never gave me credit, and that's okay. That's his right. It was his characters that he had been developing for years. That's when he became a star, okay? Not before. When he was with me, before me, he was eating drink. This was his meal. He would go into a restaurant, get some hot water, put ketchup in it and stir it up and drink it. That was because he could eat free that way, even though there's no sustenance in that. That's where he was when we met. By the time we were going our separate ways, when he finally let me go, because he let me go because I was true to my men, even if they weren't good to me, and he was not. I was true to my man until he let me go, and he finally did because he had somebody new by then who he ended up marrying. Mm-hmm. But by the time he left me, he was out of debt, because that's who I am. Took care of the dude and brought him some emotional stability, helped him because he was suffering at the time. He was going through a lot of hardcore stuff, and I was there for him because that's who I was raised to be. To get a better role, he didn't have nothing to do with that. Didn't nobody know who he was. Matter of fact, everybody was making fun of me. There were rumors out there that we lived in Appalachia and had 10 kids.
Yeah, I remember we was talking about that.
That was a rumor, but it was not true. We never had kids because I didn't want kids with him because I didn't love him like that. I cared for him as a person, and I wanted him to thrive, and because he was one of the most talented people I've ever met.
Right, James. Unbelievable. Just freaking unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I did set the record straight the best as I could. I airball out this morning like, yo, all right, you want to know what's really real? And in fact, I might go back there and say, yo, you want to know? I tell you what. I'll call her right now and see if she could do an interview with you so that you could get the freaking truth and stop telling these ridiculous lies. Just make it.
But I'll say this too. I'll say this because Paula made a comment that heifer Angelina, boo, that's not who he married. I was the fourth wife for him. Angelina didn't come till number 6. It was someone else that had a completely different lifestyle that I'm not going to get into her business. But Angelina, I don't know her personally, so I can't comment on her personality, but she didn't take him from me. That wasn't her. She got him all by herself, poor baby. It was someone else that had a totally different lifestyle. Wasn't in entertainment at all that did it. So don't hate on Angelina. Angelina's fine.
And I really was thinking like, yo, wait a minute, dude. Oh, she married him because to get further her career. Ain't nobody know that weirdo back then.
Nobody knew him. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody, except for, like I said, he had a core audience in LA who supported his stage shows. And because he was brilliant.
So if anything, it would have been the other way around.
It didn't have anything to do with movies. It had everything to do with him emotionally. He was emotionally fragile at the time. And I didn't want to see anything bad happen to this man. And he was my first real physical experience. I mean, my first time was rape. My second time was with a man who was a wonderful, wonderful man, but he hurt me because of me. It was my fault because of the fact that I had such a bad, sex was bad to me at that time because that's how I was taught. And so I was all stiff and scared. And so it wasn't a good experience. But with this man, for the first time, it was a good experience. It was positive. And I thought, okay, that's my husband because that's how I was raised.
You're right, Shirley. You're right. Hey, girlie, by the way. Good morning. You're right, Shirley. You're right. You're right, Shirley. You're right, mentor. You're right. She said he doesn't deserve this press. Yeah.
That guy? No, he doesn't. And I thought about that too. But he's not the issue. To me, it's people who use other people's lives to further their own pocketbook. That's what we talk about. When they don't do any work themselves. They don't take any efforts to be to honor the people's lives that they exploit.
In other words, we're calling it clickbait, and that's why we started off with that one to let y'all know what we're going to segue into. Because I saw while I was watching, I saw quite a few more. Man, they didn't killed off Brandy. They talking about the rise and fall, the tragic end of Sylvester Stallone. What?
Because they're so ignorant, they have no idea. They can't even read to find out that this man has been producing movies successfully for years. He took a break. He didn't.
The tragic end of Samuel L. Jackson. What are you talking about?
Number one paid, most paid, not black man, so person in Hollywood. He has made more movies than anyone, but they're saying he's done for it. Because
they killed off Brandy, and Brandy was funny because Brandy kept coming back on there and says, "Hi, this is Brandy. Thank you for being a fan. You can check me out on Instagram." It was funny. And it's the same people, not the same people, but it's this one particular one, like I said, with Brandy and with Samuel. This woman, or it might be a man because it's actually computer generated voice that's doing the talking. I think they do that stuff on purpose to piss people off, to make them come.
Of course. It's my fans are going to go and defend me, which gives him money. Mm-hmm. So I agree. I mean, I didn't know we were going to show it. Although I was kind of excited because there were a couple of pictures I don't have. But
if you notice, y'all didn't see his name. Y'all didn't see his information, nothing. That's why I did it the way I did it, because I'm not going to give him, I'm not going to say his name. I just wanted everyone to see the lies, but no one saw his name. No one saw I should say the channel name or whatever. I'm not going to mention it. Screw him. I'm not going to give him that kind of press. But I needed y'all to see it, especially you guys on Facebook. I need you guys to see that so you can understand where we're coming from with this topic. I think that's hard.
Also, I do want to say this again for just my friends on here that are listening, and now or later, I never went to Dunbar. So if you went to Dunbar at the same time as you think I did, please, no, she wasn't me. Whoever that girl was that looked like me, because I have had so many people come up to me and say, "Girl, we went to school together. Remember me in social studies or science class or PE?" And I have to be honest with them. I was like, no, I was probably somebody looked like me. It was me because I didn't go to Dunbar. Never went to Dunbar. Never was going to Dunbar. Wikipedia has it wrong. I went to Northside High School in Muncie, Indiana. I was supposed to go to Julian. I was preparing to go to Julian. I was a cheerleader at Julian. And I was a public school girl. I wasn't like in the fancy schools. I was kind of a normal student. I wasn't super brilliant like my siblings are. I was just.
And it's funny. I didn't pay that no mind when I was reading, but now that I think about it, there were quite a few comments on that post that were saying, "Oh yeah, I remember her from Dunbar. Or she went with my sister to Dunbar."
Yeah, I didn't go to Dunbar. Never. I've never been to Dunbar. Maybe I've driven by Dunbar, but I don't know nothing about Dunbar. Don't know. I think I might have some friends that went to Dunbar, but not me. I went to Northside High School in Muncie, Indiana, which is now closed, in a middle school. Well, it's a middle school now.
And you know who else they killed off? Brenda. Those y'all know who Brenda is. Go watch Cooley High. They killed off Brenda, and Brenda, and it's the same dude. The same dude talking about well, I'm pretty sure the reason why you don't know why she only did Cooley High. You don't know her. Dude.
That's the crazy thing. It's like opinions from his rectal region. He's just guessing about stuff, and he's guessing so wrong.
You don't know. But funny. But hold on, Seabreeze. The funny part was her sister came on there and said, "Hi, I'm Cynthia Davis's sister, and I would like to correct you on a few things. Have a nice day."
Yeah,
she's still alive and well. She's 62.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go and put nothing on his page. Let people wonder and come look me up. See that I'm on the Melanated Morning Show or Melanated After Dark or PPC and come and get to know the real me.
Mm-hmm.
Monica said she had friends who went to Dunbar. I know you must have. I had friends that went to Dunbar. I just didn't go there.
I don't know nothing about Dunbar. Because
the cool thing is, you know, in Chicago, back in the day, I mean, it's probably still this way. You could choose, or you could like get in raffles to go to certain schools because certain schools focused on certain things. Monica was supposed to go to an arts academy.
Yeah, it's like that here too.
Yeah, but she ended up moving back.
They call them magnet schools.
Magnet schools. You could like try to get into, like Dunbar was a good school to get into. There were lots of them and you could choose, but I was, at the time, I knew I wanted to sing and act and all that kind of stuff, and I was a gymnast and I was a cheerleader, so that was where my mind was, but I was a B student at best, you know, and in math I was working on a D. Okay, so I couldn't get into some of these fancy schools because I just didn't have the grades.
See, if you'd have been living here, you would have went to probably performing high school for performing arts, which is
they would have accepted me. I mean, the thing about Chicago at the time, and it's still happening today, is half the time I wasn't in school because they were striking. They were always striking, so we lost so much education because we weren't in school. And my parents worked; they didn't have time to teach me anything. So I was on my own. I didn't have any older brothers and sisters. I didn't have any older cousins. I didn't have any older friends. I was alienated in that house. So I had to work on it myself. And some things my brain went, yeah, I get that. And some things my brain said, no. So I was just behind in math, especially. I was behind. So I don't think I could have got into the fancy schools because I just didn't have the grades.
So to make a long story short, y'all, before we move on, stop making up shit. Educate yourself before you try to miseducate others.
They ain't gonna stop. It's too fun.
I know.
And they making money off of it because Eddie went on there and clicked on it. Somebody gave him some money. But it was a good subject for us. Every once in a while, you got to pay in order to have something to say.
Pretty much pay to play, pay to say. Yeah, that's true. You got a good point there. Let me ask y'all a question. This is for everybody. This is for everybody. Hey everybody.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody. You gotta get a little higher. Hey everybody.
Nobody can do it like her. I don't even know why you're trying.
I'm trying to do it like her. She got her own voice, so
her own.
I'm a pretty good mimic. I got the tone. I got the rhythm, but I don't have her voice.
You got the tone. You got
Shelly Shell, in case you didn't know.
So I wanted to speak about another video that I saw, and I wish I could find it, but it was on Facebook actually. So it looked like they were in the courthouse. This younger couple, they were getting married. You know, it was their wedding. Everybody's dressed up nice, and they were exchanging their vows. So part of the vow was, she said, even though he has flaws, I love him for his strengths and his flaws as well. Well, the mother of the groom decides to stand up and say, I'm not going to let you say that my son, how dare you say my son has flaws? What?
If you alive, you have flaws.
What you saying?
Flaws, ain't nobody perfect.
Well, I'm not going to stand here and let her disrespect me. Wow. So then they must have had problems before she said, you have to leave, Judy. I'm not leaving no damn where. In fact, I paid for that dress you got on.
What did he do?
Nothing.
Oh, he's a mama's boy.
Nothing.
Which is a whole subject in itself.
Because I'm telling you, if that had been, and I am you got to roll.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing that.
Yes, mother dear. I love you very much. Go home.
Yeah.
I pay. I don't care. Thank you. Goodbye. But unfortunately, mama's boys, those kind of mama's boys, don't ever say nothing to mama. They're always like, okay, mother. Weak. But then you have your guys who just love their mother. They just love their mother, but they're men. They're grown.
That would
like
be
you, right? They're men. They're grown. But those poor men who let mama run everything and never grow up, that's sad.
So I'm wondering if you do that, if you get with somebody like that, is he going to be looking for a replacement for his mama? So that means whoever he marry?
So that's why oftentimes, not always, oftentimes the woman is just as wanchy as mama.
Wow.
And that's why you see so many nice guys with bees. And you're like, why are so many nice guys with ladies that aren't nice? It's because they recognize their mother in those women, and they looking for the same thing because the mama ran their life and they need a woman to run their life too. So there's sweet guys with these mean women, and I say that was their choice, and that's why they're with this mean woman, because that was their choice. And it's the same vice versa too. You got your nice little sweet little women with these men.
That's what Mike, you know what? That's what Mike Larkin just said. And he's right. He said you have mama's girls as well. You're right. You're right, Mike.
Absolutely.
You're right.
Absolutely. You do.
Yeah. That is very,
hey. It's always, I was blessed to be independent. You know, I was blessed to be taught. I mean, part of that independence was because they had too much work to do to worry about me. But I love my parents, and they were very, very special to me. And if they had an issue with my man, I had an issue that I had to look into. I had to make sure why, because I trusted their opinions sometimes.
So here's my question to the fellas. Would you have escorted your mom out? Or what would as a guy, what would you do? You know? Because I know what I would have done. Mom, you gotta go.
But see,
home.
Mom would have done that. That's the thing. You wouldn't have had to escort her. A woman, a mother that does something like that is used to control and used to controlling her son. And so she knows she can get away with that. She can get away with that. I can't be with a man that mother mistreats me and he does nothing. So I'm not going to marry him in the first place.
Right. And a lot of guys don't realize, and it's even in the Bible, I believe. I ain't going to sit here and act like I know it for a fact, but I believe it's in the Bible. At least I'm keeping it real. Once you get married, your mom and all them, they become second. Your wife becomes first.
That's the way it should be. It's not the way it is all the time, but that's the way
my mom wouldn't have did. First of all, my mom wouldn't have did nothing crazy like that. That's first of all. That, you know, that wouldn't happen. But you know what I mean? What up, old head? Russell King, what's going on?
You guys, excuse me.
You know my mom. You know mommy wouldn't. You know Miss Carol wouldn't do no crap like that.
Wiping my eye because it's like strained for some reason. It's watering big time. I need to get some tissue. Wash my hands. But.
Hey, baby sis, Tiffany Farrell, Tiff. Hey, yeah, I thought that was like, I ain't gonna front, Sea Breeze. When I read that, I'm like, the fuck? I mean, when I saw him, it's on Facebook. It's on my page actually. I was like, are you serious? Don't be saying my son. I don't appreciate him saying my son has flaws. He does have flaws. You're his biggest flaw.
Absolutely.
Are you serious?
Man, I always wanted a son. And don't get me wrong, my daughter is my lover. But I always wanted a son because sons can be such a joy to a father and a mother, right? But I wasn't blessed that way, so I had my nephews.
Sons
And
love their mothers, usually.
but you gotta let your son be grown. You know, you gotta let your son be a man.
My mom used to always say that even though I'm raising you by myself, she would say, I can't teach you how to be a man. You can only learn that out. And, I can't teach you that. And she never tried to get involved or hell, my mom was so uninvolved with my relationships. Man, they couldn't even knock on the door.
My parents were pretty good about that, but I think my father craved male friendship so much that he would always befriend my guys, no matter who they were and what they were doing. Like he and Billy Bob were friends for years. I mean, Billy Bob loved my father so much. We were that guy did say, we were married for a year. Not even really. We weren't even.
Yeah, but he talking about. I can't get over that. We're not going back there, but I can't get over that.
That he was right. We were married for a short time, but he and my father were close for many, many years, to the point where my father became a therapist, and he offered my father a huge amount of money to come on the road with him and be his therapist, and he's been a fan of all the men, and it would get very awkward when I moved on, which happened too often. And my father would set up pictures of me and him, whatever guy, up. It took some time. Matter of fact, I got to talk to my stepmother because she got some old pictures of me and my exes that I would like to have. I don't have.
My mom was raw, and there's quite a few of y'all on Facebook right now who are tuned in. Tiff, Russell King, Rashawn. Y'all know my mom, knew my mom. And yes, my mom was raw. She could be, God rest her soul, my mom was the queen of petty. She was so vindictive. She was so petty. But she would not disrespect me like that. Well, she didn't.
And that was disrespectful to him.
Right.
That was more disrespectful to her son. Because obviously that was something that he and his to-be wife had discussed. You know what I mean? And that is, to me, it is a much more wonderful thing to say that I love you in your flaws as well as your strengths.
That's what I'm saying. I thought what she said was beautiful.
It is.
But
some people live in a fantasy world. Can I say hi to Lisa? Lisa's coming on the show next Tuesday night, because Tuesday night we are doing a live pre-record of a PPC radio show. And Jenny Graham, our normal therapist, our resident therapist, won't be able to be there because it's Tuesday night and she works. So my girl, my friend, Lisa Rose, is going to bless us with her presence as she gives us her perspectives. Thank you for listening in, Lisa. She's really working right now, but she's on summer break.
Her gems.
Okay. Her gems. Although gems came from Jenny, so Lisa's something else. We got to come up with a different word. Got to start with an L. I like alliteration.
I mean, like I said, my mom didn't do that bullshit. Like that was so over the top. And like I said, Russell King, you know my mom. You knew my mom. She was raw. But and not only that makes the son look bad.
So embarrassing.
She totally emasculated that man and don't even realize that she did. See, those are the type of mothers that the boy never grows up, never knows how. So, like back in the day, prime example, you out there fighting. My mom would not go out there and get in the middle of that. Like, yo, that's between, you gotta learn how to be you gotta learn how to fight your own battles. But nowadays, you got mother, don't touch my baby. If you don't take your dumb ass in the house and let that boy grow up and learn how to be a man and fight his own battles.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you something.
It's a disservice.
That's a marriage that's destined. You will see them on divorce court in about 2 years, if that long.
I don't know. She has to know the mother. She has to know the mother. So she's getting involved with something that she understands. You know, she understands that. That is one way I've been very blessed. Every man that I've spent a certain amount of time with, most of the time, not always, but most of the time, the moms have always been awesome. Matter of fact, Billy Bob's mother, oh my gosh, I loved her so much. I loved her so much. She was the sweetest, most wonderful person. My parent, as a matter of fact, I've often said, I was like, well, she was the one that I really married because I loved him even more because of her. I loved her. She was all the things my mother couldn't be. You know, my mother was a beautiful, wonderful, kind woman, but she just had so much pain. She was dealing with so much stuff. And Mrs. Thornton was, oh my gosh, she fed me in a matriarchal way, in a way that I'd never been fed before. I loved her so much. And I don't know if she's gone. I'm guessing that she is because she was quite old at the time. But I will always love her. She was one of my mothers.
So can I say I want to shout somebody out real quick? Well, not shout them out. I want to thank you, Tiff, for last night. She's my sister from another mother. You know, kind of like me and you. Actually,
not quite, because you probably actually met her face to face.
That's because I've been knowing her longer. Anyway, I really needed to talk last night and really clarify some things and just get some clarity and just really, and normally sometimes I do, you and I do have those discussions, Seabreeze, but last night I needed to talk to somebody who knows me, who's been knowing me for years. And I just want to thank you, Tiff, because to be honest with you, you gave me a lot of clarity last night. We talked for damn near 4 hours?
That's a blessing. And there's two people on this that are listening right now that I can also say the same thing, that have been there for me. And that's my sister, Monica Rose, and my new sister, Lisa Rose. Lisa Rose, 2 roses. Yes, my roses. They are my roses. Rose is my favorite flower. And these two have been my rock. Monica has, for years now, she's the one I talk to about everything because she loves me anyway. She has her opinions and she tells me what she thinks, and she's not scared to be herself. But yet at the same time, she never judges.
Now
I love that.
Hold on.
So thank you, roses.
The Trotter goes back further than.
Well, that's your bestie.
Yeah. Now she knows me from the sandbox. She knows me. Like we, you know.
But how blessed are we that we are able to allow that kind of love and caring in? Because some people, they don't want to hear from nobody. You know, they don't want advice. They just want to know everything. And that is such a disservice to yourself.
You know, I heard this not too long. I'm not going to say not too long ago. If you're the smartest one in the room, then you're in the wrong room. Period.
Absolutely.
Period. And it's funny, like you said, when it's, I guess it's either you have chemistry with somebody or you're not. And I'm going to go back to what you was talking about earlier, which I just found out though. You know what? I just found out that you thought that I was an asshole.
Well, because you were. I mean, it wasn't like I was guessing about your ongoing personality. I just thought you were an a-hole that day. And so, not to me. I didn't get any of that personally. I didn't get any of that personally.
You know what? And I didn't know you, so when I asked you to be on my little podcast back then, and when I asked you, and you said, yeah, I was like, she full of crap. She ain't going, she's just that Hollywood.
What's crazy, you know what? You talked that up. Because of that, you made me forget about you. Because we had made this plan for me to be on the show, and I did something I've never done before or after. I forgot. That's because you put that energy out there. Nah, she ain't gonna know it. So I didn't. I forgot about it, but then I remembered and I called you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You did forget. And you know what? That's funny. You did forget.
Send me a reminder.
I would, I'm bad with that. You didn't know that then, but you know what? That's interesting. You know what? That is true. And when you didn't show up, I was like, see, just like all the rest of them. They just tell you any old thing. And then that's when I told Shelly, I said, see, here we go. She said, well, did you remind her? Huh? Oh, I was supposed to remind her? Yes. Oh, my bad.
And you really do. You do. And I've made that mistake, and I'm learning so much as we go. You gotta, even if you talk to somebody Friday, you got something Monday, you gotta remind them on Sunday, because people's lives are full. People do a lot. And not only that, they got stuff, they're going through stuff, they're thinking about stuff. And if it's not a habit to meet with you, they're going to forget. So you got to remind them it's nothing against you. It's just they got lives, very busy lives.
And that is how you met Why Money, because I was scared. I'm going to tell the truth now, y'all. I was scared to interview her by myself. I was like, she don't like me. She don't like black men. She's really, she don't like me.
That is, why do black men think these things?
Because that's what I heard.
I love black men.
So I found out.
Okay, let me tell you quickie. When I was in high school, now I had a boy, Carter Woodson, my first love, really, my first real love. I did have a crush on my cousin when I was 5. And then I had a crush on James Canty when I was in 3rd grade, because he was such a cute little gymnast. But Carter Woodson was my heart from 6th grade through 8th grade. And then I moved, and I was very sad because he was such a sweet kid. But that was it. That was it for me and boys until my senior year in high school. I went to the prom every year. But that was it. I didn't date because I wasn't allowed to. And because more than that, I might have snuck like I did with Carter. I might have snuck. Now we wasn't doing, we weren't going there, but we were very loving. We talked to each other. We wrote each other letters, stuff like that. It was very sweet. I try to sneak and call him sometimes without hoping Daddy wouldn't get on the phone, or Mommy wouldn't get on the phone. But black guys in Muncie, Indiana wouldn't give me the time of day. They wouldn't give me the time of day. They wouldn't look at me. They wouldn't talk to me. They weren't nice to me. They ignored me. I had one black kid my freshman year grab my breast, and I beat the crap out of him with an umbrella. And that was it. Okay. Scotty Williams asked me on the prom my freshman year. He was a senior. I went with him. That was great. But I never talked to him again. So when this white kid, my senior year, I started working, we were in a play together, and he was super popular. He was younger than me by a year. He was super popular, and everybody loved him until he asked me out on a date. And we started dating, and we were together for quite some time, and he was white. And this dude that I had had a crush on for 4 years, he was like the football star. He played basketball. He was so fine. Oh my gosh, beautiful black man. Did never talk to me for one moment until this conversation. We see each other. We're passing on the stairs. He stops. Black men ain't good enough for you, huh? Black men ain't good enough for you. Wow. You think you're too good. You think you're too this. You think you're too that. We're not good enough for you. And I was flabbergasted. I was like, I have been in this school for 4 years, and this is the first time you've ever said one word to me. Wow. I said, that boy asked me out on a date. You have never asked me out on a date. You have never asked for my phone number. You have never asked for nothing. You have never asked to walk me home. So the first person that's brave enough to do it, obviously, because that's what I'm getting here, is that it took bravery. And he asked me out, so I'm dating him. I said, I had a crush on you for years, man. And you never said anything. And it's the first thing you say to me. He's like, what? But you're not the dating type. You the marrying type. I'm like, well, how you ever get to the marrying type if you don't date? What he meant to say was, you wasn't going to have sex with me, so I want to be with this girl because she going to have sex with me. So I'll marry you because you saving yourself for that. Ew. That's what he was saying. Ew. And so he wanted to play and have fun. But if he had just even said a single word to me, we could have at least been friends. I didn't have any male friends in high school. None. They wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't look at me because I was marrying type. So
go ahead. No, I was talking about Yvette Money. I was saying that's how Yvette Money and Cinda met, because I wanted a buffer because I was being a punk ass. I was scared to be, but I was scared to interview her by myself. I really thought she didn't like me.
Yeah, that's an issue you need to get over.
I know. I did.
No, I mean going forward, because there's going to be other people you feel that way, because that's something you do. You assume that people aren't going to like you, and you need to get over that. I think.
That's some flaws.
Just big sister's opinion.
That's some flaws.
Yeah, that's true. That's a flaw, but it's not a bad flaw. It's a self-esteem issue.
Self-esteem issue. Yeah. Ooh. Oh God, bestie. Did you really have to just join? Did she just join in? Not join in. I love that you joined in. I mean, did you just agree that oh boy, here we go.
What?
But no, I'm reading. Listen to this. He does that all the time. Oh God, here go another one. What the? This is not the What's Wrong with Eddie show this morning.
What they say?
They're all agreeing with you.
Well, it's so obvious.
Oh, come on. I don't have a confidence issue.
It's so obvious that you need to let that baloney go.
If I had a confidence issue, girlie, I wouldn't be sitting here with you.
There is different kind of confidence issues, okay? I lacked confidence like nobody for years, but I could do movies.
I didn't think you liked me because
I could be on the stage, I could sing a song, but don't come up to me and say hi. I'd be scared of you.
But it turns out I was right, because you said exactly what I thought you thought about. You thought I was a jerk. Remember, you just said that.
I did, but that doesn't mean I don't like you. I told you my father was an asshole.
Oh, that's right. You said you like assholes.
He was the number one person in my life as a man. I got a lot of a-holes men in my life, and I love them deeply. I don't always agree with them. I don't even always like them, but I love them, and I can be friends with them.
Oh God, I could just imagine you, Tiff, saying "sir." I know how you say levels, sir. She says it so matter-of-factly, sir.
I don't know how come I'm not getting these messages. They're not coming up on my phone.
I don't know why. You're seeing some of them. But
I stopped getting them.
You stopped getting them?
Yeah, the messages I see. The last one I saw was when Tiffany said "Lord."
Oh wow!
So that was a while ago.
Mike Larkin, you have to be who you are. Yeah, that's true.
In the flaws, you got to be who you are, even in the flaws.
We have flaws, but anyway, this is not the What's Wrong with Eddie show. No. People keep doing this bullshit. Now I heard y'all the first time.
But you know what? If you didn't have flaws, you'd be boring. You'd be so boring. Okay, there was this guy that I dated. It was between I told you I have my patterns. I have the sweet, nice, boring, don't grow guys. And then I have the jerks that there's so much passion and fire that and they might be on the line of abusive, right? So I go back and forth. So I was with this dude. So am I, Lucinda. I miss you. I met you once, ain't seen you since. So I hope you're doing well, sweetie. But this guy, we were just alike, literally. We had exactly the same taste. We liked exactly the same music. We liked exactly the same everything. He kept his house pristine like I do. He and I, we wanted to do the same things. And it was so many things that brought us together. Because how do you grow with somebody just like you?
That's true. That's true.
How do you, I mean, you and I, we got things in common for sure, but we are so different. It's a constant learning curve. I am all about learning. I love to learn. I love school. Even though I wasn't great, I wasn't super smart, but I was smart enough. But I love school. I love meeting geniuses. I love smart people that could teach me stuff. I don't like know-it-alls. I got issues with know-it-alls. I don't like people that are everything that come up, they know. That bothers me. That gets on nerves.
Or they didn't did it or
right. Everything. They know everything. That I don't like. But people that just have lived life, or even book smart, they're just brilliant. That just feeds me.
But real quick, that's a fine line of what you just said, because I've actually had people say that to me. Well, you always did something that no, it just means that I got around, so to speak.
Well, you've had a lot of life, but you don't come off as a know-it-all. Believe me, if you did, we wouldn't be doing the show because I can't deal with that.
Good answer.
But I got know-it-alls in my life that I can't get rid of them because there's some of them in my family, I can't get away from them. But
you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Exactly. I always want to learn. I always, I just got to find that happy medium. If I can meet the kind of people that are like super brilliant, smart, but yet still have some kind of humble about them, and they teach me, I teach them because I know a little bit too, and yet they don't want to throw me out of a car on the freeway, or don't want to punch me in the mouth. That'd be nice.
In fact, I mean, we get along really, really good. I know when we do this little tour, I'm wondering how many times you're going to smack me upside the back of my head, because
you know what, we a long way towards not me feeling that way, because you're not smoking anymore, everybody.
That's what we doing. I'm not gonna give myself a round of applause if that's what you wait for.
No more smoking for DJ Kid Disco, everyone. He's decided he wants to live. He's gonna stop. See, that's cough even sounds better.
You know what that means, right? Whoop-de-doo. Nah, it's
I'm just telling you now. Keep it up. Keep it up. We got stuff to do.
I know.
We got work to do. So you need to be healthy. This eye stuff, who knows? Maybe this issue stems from that. It can't be making it better. That's for sure. And I know there's a lot of smokers. God bless you. It's your choice. It is. But it would be like me taking a little bit of rat poison every day. It's poison, you know.
Okay, but I can still smoke weed though, right?
Absolutely, you should. It makes you nicer, but just don't smoke so much that you boring.
That's why I love you.
Don't smoke so much that you're like, well, today you can't smoke that much. At least wait till after the shows are over, then go. Get as high as you want to get. But while you working, just do a little puffer, bring you down to some kind of chill, and still be able to think straight and keep up with what's being said. Yeah. It don't take 15 minutes to tell a story.
I do when I'm blasted.
That's why I say don't do that. While we got shows, everybody else show, maybe they find that funny. I don't. I want you to be sober when we doing our show.
Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute.
Not completely sober.
Yeah, you doing too much. Man.
Not completely sober,
yeah.
but sober enough.
You doing the most right now. You doing a little bit too much.
I want to read what Lucinda said. She goes, because I like this. She said, people do say that to him because you know that you know it all. People say that to him because they don't believe him. However, he tells the truth. He been anything, and he said everything he said, he's actually experienced. They're just mad because they weren't there. Mm-hmm.
Wow, Bestie, that is true.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to explain, Cece. That's what I go through.
That's why we got to get you out of the house so you can get back to experiencing these things. And
There's no way you could have did all of that. Well, I did a little bit here, a little bit there, you know.
I know your eyesight has limited some things, but we got work to do, so you got to get out of the house.
I'm coming out the house. I'm coming out the house with you. We're going to do this tour thing, you know. We're going. We
are. Man, I wish we could go to ATL. Man, that would be fun. If we could go there for a show, just put on a show there.
You know.
But I don't know if that's going to be on the route. A little short thing.
Well, would you believe I've never been to Atlanta?
That's not cool. Every Black person should go to Atlanta at least once.
Never been to Atlanta. I've been to a lot of places, but I'm sorry, Atlanta just wasn't one of them.
I have the majority of my family moved to Atlanta. The majority of my family moved there, and I never lived there, but I've spent a lot of time there. My Arthur, my ex, his father was the dean of Morehouse. So we used to go there all the time. And I have an issue with bougie people. So sometimes Atlanta and me are like, because I don't like bougie folk. But I think it was because they were bougie, I just got to know that side of folks.
Well,
I just got to know that side of folks. But the real people, the real locals, the ones that you can hardly understand their accent because they got such a thick one, I'm just now going to know those folks. And they're good people. They're all good people. It's just I get irked by bougie. I like down to earth people. I can't stand people that think they're better because they got a little money.
All right, you know what? We're gonna make that happen. You want to go to ATL? We going to ATL, Seabreeze. All right.
Yeah.
I'm coming out the house. All right.
All right. Grown Folks Radio.
Yes, I put myself on blast on the live on the air. You want to go to ATL? We going to ATL. All right, bet. Dang.
Man, Lisa, you can meet us there. Lisa used to live in ATL.
Oh.
Did you go to college there, Lisa? Yeah, you can come too. And then there was this girl when I was a freshman in high school. Like I said, I was brand new. I was still totally depressed. It was a bad time in my life. There was this girl. Her name was Delana Chitwood. Not anymore. She got married, but she was a senior. And she has the voice of an angel. But she was way older than me. So my first show that I did, no, it was my second show. The first show, I was in the chorus in Music Man. The second show I did was The Wiz, and I played Glinda. She played Dorothy. She was the sweetest, most wonderful person. And her sister, Yvette, was my age, and we hung out. She was one of the only friends I had in high school. And Dewana lives near Atlanta. So I would get to see her. She's the sweetest person. We have become very good friends in our old age. You know, she was just somebody I looked up to back then. Somebody that was nice to me, and she didn't have to be because she was very popular and well known. But she treated me with kindness, and I never forgot it. And I never would have guessed that we would become friends now. She lives on the outskirts of Atlanta, so I would want to see her so much. So that would.
You know what's funny? You never really know who you're going to really become friends with, or how close you're going to be as friends, or whatever. You know, and I mean, let's keep it 100, y'all. Me and Girly here, we started as a business thing. You know, and I'm going to tell the story because people have been asking me a lot. Yo, how did you get hooked up with her? Like, how did that happen? So I'm going to tell the story real quick for now and people that live. How we really got hooked up is, again, like she said, we Shelly scheduled her on Single on Saturday night, and I was, you know, me and Shelly were, you know, which we still are partners or whatever. And when Cinda first came to, when I was in between the old morning show, Melanated show, and this radio station. I was in between, so I was doing a little podcast thing. And when she came, I said to her, because it seemed like from the very beginning we clicked. And Cinda, if you remember, Seabreeze, you said, you know, I would love to do radio. But what made me realize that we actually had something that you were interested, or not interested, but, you know, I don't know how to put that you were interested in.
I was interested in radio. Mm-hmm.
And you said, you were talking about your podcast. She's like, yeah, I got to get some new beats. By the way, Kid Disco, I would like to talk to you about that. I'm like, talk to me about what? Well, I was wondering, could you do what you, because I think you had heard something I did.
You are absolutely making up what happened. That is not what happened.
That is what happened.
No, it is not. No, it is not. You called me. You were like, first you talked.
No. I'm talking about after we did the first interview. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying.
Not with Shelly.
No, I'm not talking about that. After the first interview we did.
Right.
Remember
I asked you, how'd you feel about the morning?
Yeah. And you said, let me talk to you. I want to throw something your way. And I was like, okay, what? You were like, so you need some original beats.
No, that's right. It wasn't you. It was Lily that said that. No, you had said that you wanted different music because you thought that the anchor music was kind of.
It was overused. People use it all the time. I didn't mind the music. It was just I'd been hearing the same music for years, and now I understand it was because it was Anchor.
You know, girlie, don't make me go pull the beam footage up because you know I keep all the recordings.
Go for it. You came to me about the beats, and you said,
I said barter system. See, I wasn't finished telling the story yet.
You said I came to you. I didn't come to you about that.
No, I didn't say you came to me. I said on the show. What I was saying was on that particular interview, we were talking about the podcast and Anchor, and you said you didn't too much care for the music, and you said, by the way, but how it became a regular thing is what I'm getting at, because people are asking how to become a regular thing, because when you said when Cinda said that she liked radio, that she really enjoyed radio, she said she liked interviewing, but she would like to actually do radio. And of course, my wheels got to turn. I was like, really? And I remember I turned around to you and I said, "Are you a morning person?" Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I said, "You're a morning person."
And you brought it to me. You were like, I got it. I got the deal.
I said, "I got an idea for you."
You do the morning show with me once a week. I'll provide the beats and do the production for you. And I was like, oh, yes.
I said, I had. That's exactly. I said, my wheels got to turn. I said, I got an idea. I said,
I love to talk. Here we are.
So you said,
and that was you. I didn't do that.
No, I was saying that you said you do.
No, I'm saying that as a positive thing. You were proactive. You were proactive. You came to me. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to being the one that go to people about stuff and they say, nah. Or they say, yeah, and then they never follow through. Really? You came to me and you made an offer. And I remember I was like, man, I ain't got no money to pay you. I don't have no money to pay you.
No, now remember
you said,
I don't want your money.
Did I ever mention money?
Right.
Did I ever say anything about money?
This ain't
and
about.
I was like, I have never experienced anything like this before because everybody wants money, but this dude wants to barter. I've been praying for this. I have been praying for this for years. Someone that will work with me and build something. Build something.
What you said most dudes in the industry, whatever, either they want me to pay them like crazy or they want to screw me. Remember you said that?
Yeah.
They either want to.
It's always one or the other. They want a lot of money or they want me to pay with sex. And it hurts me every time because I'm like, I'm 55. How long I got to do this? How long until someone says, let's build together and there's no strings attached. We're just building together. You don't have to pay me with sex or pay me with money. You got to pay me with your gifts. That is my dream. Christopher Oldman says, let's do a show in Memphis. Oh, that'll be fun. This thing is building. But see, y'all, we gotta have money for all this. This all costs money.
Yes.
Can you help us figure out a way to raise money for this trip? Because we got to pay for the car because we would drive everywhere. We would rent a car. You know, sponsorship would be great, but it's just too quick because we're trying to do this the end of July, beginning of August. And I got to get to my baby girl for her birthday. But we need money to do this stuff. So yes, we would love to come to Memphis. Yes, we want to come to Atlanta, but we got to pay for it. We're not trying to get paid like for our services. This is something we're doing from our heart, but we do need to pay for gas in the car.
No, hold on.
Food in the hotel. What?
You're doing too much again. You're doing too much again, girlie. We're going to sell that book while we're on the road.
People, y'all want to buy my book? Because
did you really just say that?
People don't read anymore. That's why I got to do the audio version of it. I would love to come to.
People don't read anymore. What the frick did you just say?
They have started again, but I would love to come to Philadelphia for a week and read my whole book in the studio and put that out there.
Read the whole book and
Rashonda says she got some ideas for us. So please let us know what you think.
Well, call me, Shonda. Tell me what's up.
Her cousin's a promoter down south.
She's down there in New Orleans.
And another friend of mine said, that's a good idea, using the book to pay for stuff, selling a book. But the thing is, the way it works with my company is you got to buy the books yourself. You get them for a good price, half price than what they sell online. But you got to buy the books and then make your profit.
Aren't most of them like that though? You have to buy.
I don't really know. I don't know. I know I'm no Stephen King. No, I am.
Wow, a whole little bunch of us ain't.
She got some ideas too. Well, Lisa, you can call me. Call me directly, sis. Call me directly. She was talking to me yesterday about a summer camp for kids. I've done that before. I've taught like that before, but that's a huge task. I need smart people working with me. I need a team. So come on, guys, let's do this thing.
Them kids that off the hook? Kids today.
I think if kids come into a program like that, you know, an acting camp, they want to do it, or their parents wouldn't have them there. They leave them at home in front of the Flintstones, you know. Or okay, that was when I was a kid. They leave them at home in front of Disney or something.
Wait a minute, back up. What did you just say?
Rashonda wants to come on a call with us after the show. Is that cool, Rashonda? Oh no, you at work. We gotta do a 3-way, she said.
I can't do anything today because as soon as we get off the air, I gotta deal with the situation that I was dealing with yesterday. Remember they had the
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to be today, but you know, I'm getting ready to fly to LA, or not LA, Northern California to do a movie. So
you don't know where you're going?
y'all can talk. You and Rashonda can already talk and when I get a little break, my schedule next month is kind of hectic.
Well, today I can't. I got Listen, Shonda, call me later on tonight. Oh damn! You know what? I got Simpsons show. Simpson, where is Simpson?
Simpson show. Y'all gotta check out Simpson show 8 to 10, right?
Yes.
8 to 10 tonight. Lucinda wants to ask what movie I'm working on. I got 2 I'm getting ready to do. One, it's called Southern Hard. It's a period piece based on an urban legend that Harriet Tubman, a story that Harriet Tubman told and said was true. There's been no way to prove it, but how she was able to get back at her master, who made her life a living hell. There's that one. And my daughter's in it. Yay, she's playing me. They're going to give her some brown contacts. She's playing me as a young girl. Or not young, but you know.
Oh, okay. I get it.
She's playing me when you know, so I have flashbacks and she's me. And then it's really strong. And then I'm doing a phenomenal thing in Chicago. That's about I'm not gonna tell you what that's about. It's just
I was getting ready to say I thought the word was you couldn't talk about that one just yet.
No, I'm not gonna. I just don't want to. It's the kind of thing that you want to watch to let the story unfold, because it's you don't quite know what's happening and you figure it out, and it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful script. So that's who I got. Omar. He and I have written together. He wrote this script with someone else, and
Omar wrote it.
Yeah, he's one of the writers and producer. Mm-hmm. He did a beautiful, beautiful job.
We gotta get ready to get out of here, Seabreeze. But can I do a shameless plug first before we get out of here?
First.
I want to do a shameless plug, so I need y'all to look at my
Oh, Lisa, that's a great idea.
Wrong one. Baz Facey.
Baz Facey. Unique graphics.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Y'all see that?
He's so good. He's so good. And he's such a great person.
Don't we look so professional in the other one? You know, it just looked like one of them flyer jaws, like, you know.
Oh wow! So Lucinda has a movie coming out. We have got to support. It's about the George Floyd's murder. So she said it's coming on 25th. Where is it coming out, Lucinda? Put everything in the chat. Definitely got to support. Congratulations. And Lisa mentioned a homecoming tour, HBCU homecoming tour. Go to all the colleges and do our show. That is a great idea, Lisa. Keep on coming with the ideas, folks. We'll write them down, we'll flush them out and see what we can do.
Flush them out? Did you say flush them out?
Yeah, that is a term.
You didn't get it. Remember?
I totally got it. Flushing, referring to yesterday's show. I surely did.
That was on point, though.
It was on point. It was a great visual.
That was on point. Flush it out. We're gonna flush it out. Okay.
You guys, if you some people, I understand your morning schedule is easier, but you really got to check out PPC on Wednesdays. Shows are so good. They're so helpful. I'm like in therapy every Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, especially when Jenny hits the scene.
Jenny is amazing, and Lisa Rose is gonna be on point Tuesday night. So come back Tuesday night to support the live on Facebook and wherever else we do live, Insta, YouTube. It's gonna be on Tuesday night next week.
And listen, if y'all looking for me on this gig, you won't see. Sometimes you go.
James.
I'm just a random black eye on this gig. You know?
Hey, Malik, what's up, man? I want some of your tea. Can we figure out how to do that, Malik? Please, please. I need what you got.
I ain't gonna tell you how that. I'm not gonna tell you how that sounded.
Thank you, Christopher. That's the other one, Melanated After Dark. We're trying to decide if we're gonna go two Mondays a month because that show is off the hook. Especially
listen, I'm gonna just say this, y'all. If y'all miss Melanated After Dark, it sucks to be you. Real talk. That and it every month it morphs. Every month it morphs.
And my sister Monica Rose is on there, and that is so special for me because she's hilarious, and I can't wait to her really let go though, because she kind of holding back because she, she's conscious of situations, so she's not always very forthcoming because she's respecting her life. Well, but Monica is off the hook, y'all, and she on
Beth didn't hold nothing back.
Beth holds nothing back, although she was really upset with herself because she said she overshared. And I said, no, you didn't. You helped people. You got some conversations. 2 Mondays. I don't know. We got to talk to Shelly Shell and Monty on the scene. Monica Rose already said she could. Our core. And DJ Simpson, we got to get her schedule too. And Kid Discos and Joe, because Joe's supposed to do the music.
Man, I'm not getting in that conversation. We had this discussion. I'm not. Yo.
No, I'm saying you've got to be available to produce a show. That's all. I'm saying you got to be available.
Well, I could do that. Even I like being a bum. Sometimes I like to bum on. Nah, I'll be there.
We just got to get some sponsors so we can get paid for being bums.
I know. So we can start getting paid while we sleep. Earn while you sleep. It's on. So
we way over.
Oh, THCT.
Oh, it looks so good, and I didn't have a chance to try it when in Vegas.
Oh,
I didn't have a chance to try it, but I want some.
Oh, we're calling it teas. That's what they're calling it.
Oh, he makes tea.
Yeah.
He makes this really healthy brew. That
tea, cuz?
Malik is bad. He makes some tea that I want to try, but it has to be indica. It can't be sativa. It has to be indica for sleep. I would love to have a cup of your tea. This might be something you want to do. Have a cup of your tea. No, not that. Look at you. Always got your mind in the toilet.
This
Have a blessed day, Lucinda.
I was not there. Oh my God.
On your face? You think I don't know that face? Those faces by now. Your responses are you're like an open book.
Not this time.
Okay. I was wrong. All right, I'll take that.
I said you think keyword.
This time. Believe me, I know that those faces. You always catch the double entendres that I don't mean to say. You always catch them and make those faces.
I do.
That's how we came up with the sex show.
It really did.
With it.
That's funny. That's how the self-care actually.
That's how it came about because of me just talking and him getting nasty.
I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself.
I was like, okay, right quick. We are way over, but I just got to tell a story. We did a show. We did a show where package it, sell it, Malik. Not to me. I get it for free. No, I'm just kidding. I'll pay. We did a show where we were talking about how to take care of yourself, right? Meaning, you know, the tea I would love to have, or exercise, yoga, writing out affirmations, all this kind of stuff. And I said, and also you can massage yourself. You can say, get in the shower and start rubbing yourself, and you know, the warm waters. And this fool starts making these faces, and I know exactly what he's thinking.
Because she said, hold on, she's not telling the whole story, y'all. We talking about taking a shower. Girlie talking about, well, you know, yeah, self-care.
We're not talking about taking a shower. We were talking about self-care. And
I
I
was talking about
you don't have to wait to go to Massage Envy to get a massage. You can massage yourself. I said, just get in the shower because it's a natural lubricant. You know, it's water, and you can rub yourself. And this guy is like,
no, I did. No, exactly.
Yes, you did. You were like,
but I couldn't take it no more. I'm like, wait, but hold on.
And Shelly was like, yeah, I was thinking it. And Jenny was like, yeah, me too. Everybody was thinking it, but you're the only one that make that face. You're the only one that's like.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know I'm not the only one that didn't heard this shit.
And that's how we decided to do a self-care Melanated After Dark. And then this last time it was a how to care for him. And next time it's a how to care for us.
Oh, this last time was off the hook. Off the hook.
It was my friend, my bestie, Bethy Boo, who's not with us today. She's working. She was very forthcoming in a way I've never heard her. I know this stuff about her, but I've never heard her talk publicly about her inclinations. And she was very forthcoming, and I thank her for that because she's a private person. But she believes in what we're doing. She believes that we got to get people talking about things. And so she bared her duffel bag.
She really did. She said, listen, y'all, all right, we need a duffel. She said she got a duffel bag of stuff. She got a duffel bag of work. I'm not making this. I can't make this shit up. This is what she said. She got a duffel bag full of, you know.
One time Beth came to visit me, and she was dating a guy nearby. And she stayed with me, I think at least just one night. And she opened up her bag, and I was like, girl, what the hell? I was like, what is all this? She said, girl, I'm here for a reason. I was like, well, amen, hallelujah, baby. Do you?
Bethy Boo.
I'm not the one, no. I don't do all that.
Bethy Boo, thank you so much. Between her duffel bag and them back molars.
Oh my gosh.
What do I do with my back molars? I'm like, wait a minute.
Christopher said this past Monday show, he actually had popcorn for that. Really enjoyed it. I did too. I had my popcorn. Y'all saw me eating because I was just listening and enjoying it. It was great.
She was sitting there like she was at a tennis match, like, oh shit. Like she had the movies, like, ooh, ooh.
I had my little La Marita, my popcorn. I was like, okay. Because I didn't have a whole lot to say, okay? I was a listener that night.
Yo, but let's not forget about Monty on the Scene.
Yeah, Monty on the Scene got a book. No, not Monty on the Scene. That's Yvette Money. Monty on the Scene was also very forthcoming. She shocked me because I thought because she was related to Shelly that she was, she and Shelly have tried.
Totally opposite. Mm-hmm. Totally. But that's how it is when you got sisters. Yeah. One is one way, one sibling is one way, one sibling is the other. Yeah. All of y'all. Since then, I feel sorry for her husband tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Maybe
I don't feel sorry for him. You should be celebrating for him.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. You right. Didn't she have the booby ice cubes or something?
Yeah, they were breast-shaped ice cubes.
Booby ice cubes. I never seen those shit.
Okay, let's not get too much into this. We want them to come back and listen. We don't want to get it all away.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And it is 10 after, and I gotta go. I got to pack for tomorrow. So
Yes, and we gotta get ready. So, tomorrow, real quick. Tomorrow is Friday. So tomorrow is all music and a little bit of talk. And like she said, she won't be here next week. So after Tuesday, so that means that next Wednesday, Miss Hey Everybody.
I really love this. It's like, because I'm pretty much by myself here most of the time. So this is my venting and my time to hang out with my friends. So thank you guys for sharing and being with us.
But she won't be here next week. So Miss Hey Everybody will be here with me.
Hey everybody.
Yes. Shelly Shell will be with me next Wednesday. And next Thursday, there will be no show at all whatsoever because Seabreeze is working and I got to go.
Maybe a old one, a replay.
Yeah, we'll throw our archive on, but there'll be no. I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, no live show because I won't be home and Girly right there won't be home. Okay, folks. So tonight, real quick, 8:00. Come back.
Sin 100, DJ Sin 100. And the DJ Kid Disco, please come.
No. She's by
Oh,
herself.
you're not doing it tonight?
No, I'm only with her once a month.
I thought tonight was the night. All right, well, she's enough.
Normally it's the second Thursday of the month.
Yeah, come. And don't forget, Tuesday night, I'm doing a live pre-record of the PPC radio show with April D. Berries. And this Friday is her podcast. So please support my podcast, everyone. It's a lot of work that goes into it from a lot of people, especially this week. So please support. Check my pages. I'm posting about it all the time.
That part.
And get the book if you haven't. And I got a new book coming out this summer, so you got to read the first one first.
So let's get out of here. Cool, DJ Frank. I am so sorry, bro. We didn't win over, but sorry. Sometimes it happens.
So I'm getting ready to put you on right now because I got to get my walk first, and I'm gonna be listening to you. So I can't wait to hear you.
I know that.
You're killing it, man. Love your mixes.
So, Girly, can you do your?
That's a wrap.
See y'all.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.